This is some poetry I've written. So there's some awesome talent here tonight. I just want to apply to everybody again. So start my clock so I know when I'm supposed to go. All right. It's called Silent Podcast. Tonight I downloaded a podcast of silence. One file, one folder, with 55 megabytes of space, 58 million bytes. Who knew silence claims so much damn space? Tonight I listened to it. A full hour of silence. Technically 59 minutes, 43 seconds. Who knew? I might delete it to make space for Radiohead's live concert at the Santa Barbara Bowl, posted on NPR. All 2 hours and 5 minutes with 100 megabytes of space. Or I could download the longer 2-hour silent podcast, both the same size. Still, too much space. Why can't they make silence smaller, concentrated, concise? I mean, how much room does silence need anyway? I also want Isley's pre-release podcast. Maybe I'll just download the 30-minute silent podcast. That's only 25 megabytes. All right. Sometimes as writers, we try to put ourselves into different characters that we don't always agree with. And this is a poem I've written just kind of thinking out loud. It's about Hitler, and I don't agree anything with what Hitler did. But I was thinking as writers, we put ourselves into, very interesting characters, pedophiles, genocide maniacs, homicidal maniacs, whatever, just to understand the human experience. And so I've written a poem kind of wondering what Hitler was going through his mind. So it's called Streng Verboten. I wonder when Hitler last heard the birds chirp, as he sat in his gray, barren confinement underground, waiting for the poison to take effect before pulling the trigger. As he felt the ground above vibrating from Russian bombs, he saw the oak tree when he was 6, climbing it and falling and running and crying in his mother's embrace, but her voice sang, Streng Verboten. Boys don't cry. Cease your tears, son. Cease them now. And I wonder, the last time he felt raindrops shrugging off his pores on their descents as he looked into the clouds, wondering where the next bomb would shatter branches and break windows. And I wonder, the spongy rose bomb moistened lips of Eva remained his last eternal feeling with his intact heartbeat before the bullets had exited the back of his screen. So, that's number 2. With all the hubbub about Wall Street going on right now, I think it's appropriate. I wrote this a couple years ago during 2008, thinking about like the blue collar workers, because we hear so much about the white collar workers and all the nonsense going on there. And this is about the West Virginia miners who were involved in some mining accidents a couple years ago and the devastation that brings not only to the community but to each individual family. But this is called For the Upper Break Branch Miners. Rain-speckled, dusty jackets of men coming out of deep caves carved with the chisels of dynamite years before. Black soot lines their nostrils, their eyes squint in the dull gray light. Dark ghosts of men, their souls, rolling along railroad tracks, piled high in rattling cars. From dust to dust, men will return. 29 hearts silenced below Montcole. Methane and carbon monoxide from a blast peel the thin sheet of elusive protection. 29 souls float from a smokestack, reaching for the bottom of the sky, like they reached for the center of the earth. And then I'm just going to read one more. It's kind of a lyrical poem. Had some fun with. So, all right. I don't really have a name for it, so I'm just kind of experimenting with words right now, what I want to do with this. Anyway, we have altercations of annihilation, obliteration, and aspirations. Battered brigades of boys bomb and build and bomb. A blank black slate like an empty pure snowbank, strewn with minced pieces of metal and dirt from yellow machines, marring white with wonders of modern warfare against nature. So be it. Let the rumbling rubber tires towering over men trample the ant, trample the small one that seeks to stand in front of a green tank. A white shirt soon be marred in red minced metallic pieces of modern warfare against peace, prosperity, and freedom. The once black slate, the tabula rasa, now arose leaning against the gray cross, surrounded by a choir of stones, whistling toward eternity with the morning sparrow. The gentle pitter-pat of raindrops stepping lightly in concert with the symphony of sound of steps falling and rising in the crescendo of gravity. Mud and water roiled through wrinkled fingers, elevating creativity to the marketplace. Water basins and flower pots, plates and cups made with the water later consumed from them. Bartered pots for pans. Help me, I help you, mine for yours. Like a child wondering of the chaos around him in a downtown subway, where did this green-infused tree bark with idealistic images lead us? Where are you off in such a hurry? Don't you know that once you get there, the skies you see will still be blue?